Cue the music, let's go. I'm your boy Ro, OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys, and welcome to another edition of Student of the Game Cardiac Arrest Style. It would come down to a controversial call at the end of the game on a Hail Mary. But let's go to the first quarter, shall we? 3rd and 4, Virginia Tech utilizing motion. They would do this a lot this game, and when they do, they elicit a response. University of Miami taking a DB, coming across the formation. So usually that's a high index of suspicion that this is man coverage, at least on this end. However, it's not. They're going to pass this off, so it's noteworthy. We'll get back to this later on in the series. Now, great design by the defensive coordinator here, just poor execution. University of Miami, again, simulating some pressure to the offensive line's respective left. However, simulated pressure because they're going to go ahead and back off. So zone coverage was not man coverage. And you did your job because you elicited this response along the offensive line that you wanted. You have 2 for 1, essentially a 3 for 1 up here, 1 for 1, 2 for, and then you get somebody to come in clean on the bottom of the screen. So we'll stop it here. So how does Virginia Tech score? Well, on this side, it's a simple flood concept where you're going to have a high read, a middle read, and a low read. 2 safeties over the top, not pictured. And I feel like this is when the cataclysmic chain of events happens, okay? Let's follow along, because this is going to go inside and drive inside. That's going to take a safety with it. And when you miss that, okay, now you have 3 on 1, 2. And then you have essentially 3 worrying about the flood and mobile threat quarterback. We just got to clean that up, know what the deeper threat is. You missed a sack. You had a dig route, take the safety over the top. You lose sight of the number 2 in that flood series, and it leads to an easy touchdown for the Hokies. I heard from one of my cohorts this morning that the University of Miami might have taken too many shots on 1st and 10. The recap show, but I'm going to go ahead and say that this shot on 1st and 10 was calculated, and it was important because the University of Miami, from their 11 set personnel, Elijah Arroyo is coming across the formation. And I want to just go ahead and show you something right here at the snap of the ball. Okay. You see what's about to happen up here to the short side of the field? It looks like it's going to be that quick sidearm toss into the flats. It's essentially an extension of our run game. It has been super successful. But teams, and especially this part of the year, you'll start to notice some of these scores, if you just turned on college football, they're starting to get close. They're starting to, some teams went down in the top 5 today. But here's why, because look at cornerback 1. He was on a mission, right? If that ball's coming out sidearm, there might be a chance that's all he was looking for. He was looking for that particular pass. That would have been a pick 6. So you got to have checks and balances. You have to have counters for the things that you do. And what was Miami's response? Look, they're going to come out and pretend they're going to block and go. Little stalk, little sell. And what a great catch by Elijah Arroyo. Good concentration. Tight end U is alive and well. It is good to see that position group is featured. But Virginia Tech had it scouted now. University of Miami on that play, 1 step ahead. Bang alert. University of Miami are going to score a touchdown from its ace gun 2x2 look when the combo topside is going to be a dig from wide receiver 1 and an out from the tight end at the 2 slot. So some of the things I'm noticing from last week to this week, and I'm going to praise Virginia Tech on some of their successes on the defensive side of the ball, kind of limiting what Miami's doing and hampering what they do. First of all, defensive line, they got better get off this week. They really do. They're coming up. It's not very often where you see your right tackle kind of struggling. He's having a phenomenal year, but he kind of loses his rep, loses his footing. Little bit of a chip there. I'm just glad he got in the way there. And now I want to go ahead and back this up too, because their get off was good and their DBs are uber physical. Watch here at the bottom of the screen. They also know that right here is Xavier Restrepo, and that's one bad dude. You're starting to see them flat over the top, and immediately he's going to attach here, and they have somebody watching him over the top. So it looks like this is a 2 for 1 over Xavier Restrepo, and they're being physical. Look, incredulous. It's kind of a holding call there. Anyway, there's the ball on the dig, and that is an NFL-level throw. I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly how Cam sets this up on this view right here. 18-yard reception by Jacoby George. Initially opens up, looks that way, and I love the anticipation when he goes and throws the ball. It's coming out now. The wide receiver that's getting the ball is not even pictured. Exquisite ball. Bang. University of Miami ties it up on the dig route. The Virginia Tech offense now is extremely passive-aggressive. There, I said it. It's not aggressively going to take shots downfield. Nope, that's not its strength. It's going to stick relatively close to the line of scrimmage or behind it. But when you can design plays like this and put your second-level defenders, meaning your linebackers, in bind, and now you're trying to force big on little tackle kind of exchanges, well, the advantage went to the Virginia Tech Hokies on this one, in design and in tactics. Pass strength set here to the bottom side, boundary side of the field. It's eliciting that same response. Motion in, motion back out, kind of in an orbit return motion. And I feel that this is when the Virginia Tech Hokies have already won this rep by design. Because when the H-back comes in, you have a 3-on-2 situation with a mobile threat quarterback and a good, got to give the quarterback here a lot of credit, the ball fake, because look at what the ball fake does. Sucked in 2 of those linebackers. Now you're essentially 3 for 1. H-back's in the middle of the field. This is a great design, and this is when I said they're trying to leverage the big on little because that was their game plan. Let's get a big guy and force the University of Miami on the perimeter in the flats. Let's force them to tackle. Well, they didn't do it there and essentially get the first down. Great play design, passive-aggressive. Hey, quick hitter clip, and we were not passing over this play, not for 1 second. Now, initially when I looked at this, I was like, oh, we're in 22 set personnel. We have 2 tight ends, 2 running backs, but on further review, it's 13 set personnel. It's 1 running back. This is freshman Elijah Lofton. 3 tight ends, big boy football, come under center, and praise the ball fake. Like a point guard, the ball fake is everything because this is what sets it up. At the exchange, there goes the ball, and the ball goes down. Tucks down into the belly. You got caught. It wasn't me. Yes, it was. It wasn't me. No. Yes, it was. You got caught with your hand in a cookie jar because that's your guy, Holmes. Wait for it. Bang. Hit him with the celly. Bang. Here's their pattern. This is what they're doing. Get off and aggressive. That's their key component now. Really aggressive. Getting upfield. Forcing the run. Thank goodness the University of Miami have that mobile element. And let's go ahead and check this at the bottom of the screen. Aggressive. Hands on. Hands on. Hands on. That seems to be the pattern here. Dime alert. Absolutely love this exquisite pass and catch from Cam Ward to Xavier Restrepo, and they do it from 11 set max, 1 running back, 1 tight end. As a reminder, max protect, well, you're going to protect the quarterback. Tight end's not going to go out for a route, and initially, running back's going to look for work, and you're trying to take a shot downfield. I like the motion, kind of a check motion, all right? Giving the quarterback the ability to survey the field, see if you're in zone, see if you're in man. It's kind of a combo coverage because, yeah, even though nobody runs across the formation, we do have somebody running with Xavier Restrepo, and I want to point something out on that. But let's go ahead and look at the max protection work. There you go. Staying in, running back. He's actually coming back for work, the tight end there. And that's good to see, too, right, from the tight end. He had a great catch earlier, but then all of a sudden he's back there, working his tail off. And let's come over to the other guy, and what a ball and what a catch. My goodness. Oh, you got some love from the playmaker there. And here we go. Again, ACC conference, they're going to play you tight. First couple weeks, Xavier Restrepo's getting loose right on this move. This is NFL Open, all right? This is about as NFL Open as you're going to get, and this is pretty much great coverage. This is great coverage by number 44. Tough sell. Xavier Restrepo he's got the capability of getting open in a phone booth. This isn't in a phone booth. He's taking the over. He's right. It took that kind of throw and catch for that play to work. Great throw and catch. You do got to tip your cap a little bit there. Virginia Tech had a horse to at least run with our horse. It's not always rainbows and butterflies. It's compromise. Yeah, that might be a Fuel Song lyric, but if you've watched this channel for years and years, you know we watch every single interception because we like to learn from them, and I believe Cam Ward will learn from this one too. 3-by-1 look by the University of Miami. I believe Cam has a good sense here that this is man coverage. You got 1-on-1, 2-on-the-2, 3-on-the-3, because when he pulls this trigger, and this is my hypothesis here, he's going to read this juncture right here. There's a natural pick element. That's the way this play is supposed to work. This is an out and up. He's just reading it. I'm confident. I see him kind of sucked in. He's taking the number 2. This is so easy. And what just happened? Okay, we're going to further this along. Obviously, Cam's going to go ahead and get credited with a tackle here. That's not what you essentially want your quarterbacks to do. Here's the throw from this element 2. Like I said, just inside the red zone. We got to kind of clean that up in the future. There's going to be a good illustration again, and here's the one. Here's the money shot. Okay, so 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. Give credit to the number 2 DB because what he's going to do, and we hit a lot of picks against South Florida last week. So peels off. And that peel, that was the difference. I felt that the University of Miami got robbed. Bad holding call before this, and this was the catalyst for calamity for the Miami Hurricanes. It was this juncture of the game that the kind of wheels fell off. And, man, if we would have just put some touch. If we would have saw that, easy pitch and catch touchdown. But, again, Virginia Tech, ACC opponent, conference foe. I know it's a missed tackle that leads to this touchdown directly, but I believe early when you missed your alignment, it kind of added to it, okay? They're pointing. Hey, we're missing it. 3 into the boundary side, you got to run across. He starts inexplicably cheating this way, and this is all 11 defenders for the University of Miami in the frame, so you're vulnerable back here. This is essentially no safety help when he comes down into the box. They're all mishitting gaps. He gets small, and we just missed this one tackle. And it's off to the races. I know you missed the tackle late, but it was the misalignment early that I believe added to this play. You just got to develop counter on things. University of Miami, tight, condensed set. You're just going to lose right here. Look at the DB. Once he sees somebody vacate from him, I think that's his key. He's coming in hard, beating the inside wide receiver 1 to that side. And he's just going to stop this before it can even get off the ground. So we kind of lose it from the wide receiver blocking position. Yeah, looking up like, hey, what's going on? So what could you do in the future? Just once in a while, just set this in, keep it, roll this back out into the flat, get him thinking before he crashes because I don't like that. I just blew up my play. Little cat blitz out there from the field side. Yeah, I don't know. Defensive coordinator puts you in a prime position. You have to have finishing prowess, right? Just getting there, you just got to finish, and you just got to get more physical than the quarterback. They're going to do a double reverse here. There's one. There's the reverse. And, puts you in a prime position. Can't finish that play. And you're letting the quarterback kind of bully you all down the field. That's a recipe for disaster. You were in prime position. Cam Ward throws his second interception of the game, essentially on an invisible bracket on Xavier Restrepo, and I'll explain an invisible bracket because, again, DB1 over wide receiver 1, DB2 over wide receiver 2, Cam Ward looking for Xavier Restrepo, and Virginia Tech anticipating it. So watch. He's going to go ahead and a little off principle there, and he's going to hug the outside shoulder of wide receiver 1. But the whole time he has the cognitive wherewithal to anticipate an outbreaking cut because they've seen that on film, right? Earlier in the game, they did get victimized by a corner play from Xavier Restrepo. So when he decides to throw the ball now, this is good anticipation. And if wide receiver 1 and DB 1 are attached at the hip and they continue, this is going to be wide open. But there's an issue. He's got his eyes towards Cam Ward the whole time, anticipating it, and that's why he breaks off. So even though he was playing DB1 over wide receiver 1, his eyes were the invisible bracket player on wide receiver 2. That led to the interception. Hey, they did it. University of Miami sneaking 21 set personnel on the field, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 2 being freshmen. And look, you're going with the H-back, tight end coming in this variety, sucking some of the flow bait with you. Then you're reversing field. I like it. And you're giving it to one fast dude. Great play design there by Shannon Dawson. 2nd and 6, too much sauce and speed there. University of Miami in plus territory. Liked the play. Knew that H-back kind of return would get in business if you needed it. And they did it. My guy, we got to finish. This happened earlier. Getting there is one thing. Finishing is another. University of Miami victimized here. When it was 27-24, momentum was swinging your way. 3rd and 9. Backbreaking. Not a new formation in football, but something new from the University of Miami in Game 5. They showed this earlier, threw it out there. Now they were setting this up, basically going to set up a tunnel screen again, and they're just going to hit this quick seam. Bang. In the dirt. You want to talk about a tight window throw. My goodness, because right here, let's go back, let's go watch it. You're going to see what Cam Ward does. Foot in the ground, throw it quick, bam, right off the back of the defender. Like the play, like the wrinkle, 2nd and 9, University of Miami are driving towards a comeback. See, now I've seen this play before. Xavier Restrepo comes across the formation. He's going to run a wheel, and then, Cam Ward's going to go ahead and throw this ball, and he either going to take him on a fade or just do this fade. Stop. Oh, wait, that's not where the ball's going. I like it, okay? Because as you can see, a lot of the Virginia Tech defenders are favoring the other 2 playmakers, one being Xavier Restrepo, 2 being Elijah Arroyo, but it's Cam McCormick, the super senior, that goes ahead and catches the ball. So this was by design, using your personnel to your advantage. Obviously, they played Virginia Tech's aggressive tendency. One thing I am noticing, the way Virginia Tech is playing, it's almost as if they're in perfect position in terms of their leverage, right? They're here. They're anticipating either the go or that. Eyes from the DB1 are constantly on Cam Ward, and they just seem like they're in a good position to take what you've done earlier this season away. I do like that, though. Bang! And you, 25. Why you? Yeah, let's swipe at the ball and put. That would have been 15 if we tried to do. Cheap bastard. No words, just a bailout, boss. When the play's not there, do you got a bailout boss to bail you out of things? Yes. This is a design touchdown. You designed this one open. Coming in, you have to snap this perfectly, too, because the DB thinks he's got to run around everything to meet his wide receiver on the other side. Number 4, buy yourself a vowel, because you, bang. And this is going to be the last clip of the evening. Stay safe out there, my friends. I'm your boy, Ro, OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys. And Mr. Referee, let them know what time it is. Game is over. Your University of Miami Hurricanes are 5-0 in the season.